Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, we have more to talk about for Guilty Gear Strive. First, to talk about the upcoming open beta, and also just some more details we've noticed about the gameplay we have so far. But first up, let's talk about what you're looking at on the screen right now. This is an Arc System Works official Millia Rage prep guide, as it were, for the upcoming open beta. So just telling you what the character is all about, both special move wise and also just some of the basics of the character. And they will be doing this for all the characters that they haven't already done for the new beta coming up. So we start with Millia Rage, then tomorrow we go to Zato 1 with Eddie, then we go to Ramlethal Valentine, Leo, Nagoriyuki, Giovanna, and finally just a general system overview. So you'll find this specific video, this breakdown, linked in the video description, and check out their channel for all the breakdowns to come. Now that said, they also have other ones for, characters that were in the previous beta, Kai, Sol, Potemkin, all that kind of stuff. Although sadly now they're going to be a little bit out of date for some of the characters that they have new moves and new supers. Unfortunate, but at least we're getting some stuff for these characters we don't know too much about. And besides just the raw info, as it were, one of the things here I want to talk about is just Arc System Works wasn't lying when they said they were taking fan feedback into account. Just going even by this Millia breakdown here they have, Millia is so much faster in this video than she was in previous revisions, previous builds of the game. So people complained, oh, they don't like the speed of the game, they want it to be faster, all that kind of stuff. Then hey, here we go. This is definitely a much faster character. I've seen some complaints, people saying the game's too slow now, too grounded and all that kind of stuff, but from some of the recent footage, right? What do you expect when you have Axel in the gameplay? Axel is a character that will ground the game and make it a slower game. You have Nagoriyuki, he literally can't run or air dash, and he's also Big Normal's boy, right? So yeah, these two characters will slow the game down, and fine enough, right? There should be faster characters, there should be slower characters. That's all well and good. But yeah, if you want pure speed, all that kind of stuff, I'm very sure Millia will give you what you want, just going by some of this madness going on the screen. But I just recall builds going back from like a year-ish ago and all that kind of stuff. Her air dash was way slower, her general movement was way slower, so they've definitely been listening, and hey, thumbs up. So with all that said, let's go back to some of the footage we've had over the last few days here, as there are some more interesting details to go over that we haven't covered yet. Already did some breakdowns on some of the previous videos, and check the channel for those, but let's talk about some of these other details that were missed the first time around. Now, this is a big one, and it's a blink if you miss it, right? And I blinked and I missed it originally, but it was pointed out to me by my good friend Nurse Lee. So, what is it? Well, it turns out this last little batch of match footage we have was all played online. Now, we know the game is rollback netcode in Fantastic Four, but we wonder what kind of rollback netcode, how's good the quality, all that kind of stuff. But if we look in the top right corner specifically, we can see the little network indicator icon just flash very briefly. So this match was played online, or at the very least certainly gives the indication it is, because what else could that possibly mean? And while certainly not concrete evidence, considering it is rollback, you don't see any rollback stutter, all that kind of stuff, so just a positive sign for the general quality of the netcode of the game, perhaps. Now, besides that, a few other things we missed the first time around. Let's go back to Nagoriyuki, and I find this character honestly endlessly fascinating. So the Berserk mode, again, let's talk about it. Now, we know Berserk mode, you lose a lot of life, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of a penalty at worst and desperation move at best. But now, look again, and turns out when we hit with the red sword in Berserk, it does an absurd amount of chip damage. So we're going to have a normal here very quickly, and the normal's going to get blocked. No chip, it's fine. This sword strike coming right here. And there is no chip damage associated with it. Now the red sword, look at Sol's life bar. And you're going to see it get chunked. He's blocking. And yo, that is a substantial amount of damage to take on block. So I guess this is kind of the counterbalance where you just can't sit and crouch block all day and let him lose all of his life from the Berserk state, right? So if you're just trying to do that, then you are putting yourself in danger, because he can force through a substantial amount of damage on you even on block, which is just, I love it. I just love everything about this character. And purely cosmetic, but when he is Berserk as well, you can just really see the vampire nature breaking out. He's got fangs, big red glowing eyes, so, he's the real deal. More blink and you miss it details for Nagoriyuki as well, the command grab where he bites you. So we discovered in the previous video for like a single frame it shows how getting the command grab in will lower your blood gauge, like it'll degenerate over time, working out for you, but completely missed the fact that he actually gains health while doing it. Now in this video, it's not much health. We don't know if it's the amount it is, just a little bit, or it could be more if the round was going on longer, he had more health to work with, if it didn't kill him, that kind of stuff. But you also gain health while doing it. So effectively, truly vampiric, to be sure. Moving on to Kai. Now we know Kai has the dragon install, sure, and yeah, it makes certain moves do more hits, but this specifically, with Kai's Vapor Thrust, aka his Dragon Punch, it's more than just simply getting more hits. It seemingly changes the property of the uppercut in that while it more hits, more damage, sure, the character is not falling out before they can get a jab in the combo. So this basically gives this move ways to combo outside of just you do the move, Roman cancel, do whatever else, right? So effectively, the threat of Kai doing a reversal while he's in the dragon install is much higher than otherwise normally, right? Because he can convert combos by himself. And, considering the fact he's in the install and he burned a super fort, he probably won't have too much meter to Roman cancel with. But still, now this is a self-conversion. He gets to hit at the very least, the very minimum. We can get stand punch into like a stun edge or something, and probably more than that, obviously. But yeah, so he is certainly that much more of a threat in Dragon Install other than just, move does more hit, move does a little bit more damage. And I suppose one final note on Nagoriyuki, and forgive me, I know like the last few videos turning into like the Nagoriyuki fanboy channel here, but I've seen a lot of comments, people just worried about the blood gauge mechanic and asking why it's seemingly unfair why he gets punished. And it's not so much direct punishment as in he actually gets to break the rules of the game, at least as far as our understanding of the game goes right now, which is why he can do stuff like shown here in this combo. Now, we won't have every detail just yet, but even going by this, he can effectively special cancel into special cancel into special cancel, so on and so forth. As seen right here, normal into a special, canceling the special into another special, canceling that into a teleport, normal, another normal, special, cancel that special into another teleport, and keep going, so on and so forth. These are things normal characters, they cannot do it. So effectively, Nagoriyuki gets to break the rules of the game, break how combo structure works, and the blood gauge is there to rein him in, to keep him in line. You can break the rules, but only for spurts, only for a little bit every now and then. That is why there is the big penalty associated with it, because even going from this beta footage we have, it's very clear Nagoriyuki's damage with this in mind is much higher than the average characters. So hopefully just to clear up some of the issues there. Yeah, there's obviously the penalty, but the penalty's there because he gets to play by a whole different rule set. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. I'm very, very much looking forward to this open beta. It's not too far away now. Check out the Arc System Works channel, as there'll be new character breakdowns every day until we get to the beta. And I guess that's where we'll close it, because I'm just rambling on because I'm just so excited. So my friends, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Guilty Gear.